Here with me is a millinery wire fixed, and specifically is the stronger one than the bias and the material and pins. But I will not be using the pins. Should in case you ask where did you use the pin, I'll be using pegs. So now I've spread out my material, but first of all I'll have to cover up this millinery wire. So for people that don't understand or know what I actually added on the bias, it's an adhesive. So it's an all-purpose adhesive. So I added it to the gum, to the bias, so it can hold onto the millinery wire. So it's either you wrap the bias round, or you just use this method I used in this video. So the millinery wire is fully covered with a bias strip. Now I'll be covering it up with this material too. I'll be wrapping the material around the millinery wire, but there is a technique to this one. It's not the usual satellite hat you are used to seeing. This is a different method, so sit with me while I do this. Okay, now you can see that the more you draw the material and peg it down, the more shape it forms for you. But if you want a straighter or a flatter brim, don't just allow it to form the shape. Just make it tight enough to still be flat, then you can do what you want to do with it. Now I'll be stitching the hems of this brim. Now, this is the main reason why I actually wrapped my millinery wire with this method. It gives me extra allowance to stitch on the bias. So if I had wrapped it with just the bias, if I had wrapped the material, the millinery wire with the bias, I won't have the extra material to stitch this on. I'll have to stitch on the light fabric, and which is not. So what I was trying to say there was that stitching on the light fabric alone is not too good. At least create a space from the bias, or if it's possible, just cover it up with a Petersham ribbon. Then it's all good. However you want to do it is still very good. So for me, I'm stitching on the bias alongside with the fragile or soft fabric. Okay, now you can see I've fully stitched it round. and it's now fully secured. I can now remove my pegs. Now, extra information here is that if you turn around, you see that there is a possibility that when you use the scissors to cut off the excesses, there will still be flip-ups on the materials, remember. So what I did here was to hold it down with an adhesive, or would I call it a gum. So I did that and I left it for a while. I had to, as you are applying, you use your thumbs to press it down so it can hold down. So then left it for a while, and then it was already dry. So that was when I had to just cut the excesses off. So it's better this way, or you can also use the opportunity to use a potassium ribbon to cover it up. So as however you wish, whatever method you wish it that works for you, you can actually do. It's all about creativity. So you can see there are no flip-ups. I don't know if you can, if it's possible to zoom in, but if you watch closely, you won't see any flip-ups because of the presence of the adhesive I added earlier on. So, and that has given me the opportunity to cut it, and it looks a bit neat. Yippee! I'm done. You can see now it's fully looking beautiful. Ordinarily just this is already beautiful, so I'll be using a crown, but this is just too small for this. I don't know, it can work for some people, it doesn't work for me, so I decided to use this. I know it's a bit big, but it still came out beautiful. That's the end result. So I'll be using this, but putting this just like this is not looking good at all, so I'll have to cover it up with extra materials, and it came out nice. So sit with me while I do this. Okay, right, it's exactly, I've actually added a millinery wire, and right now I'll have to be cutting out the excesses. Then two ways: you can either use your gum this minute to just hold the hems down, or cut it as I'm doing now. Then you can stitch up your millinery wire to your crown. So I did the second method, and it came out nice. So now it's time for wrapping. At least the millinery wire is fully secured with the stitches I used. So if you really want to know how I did this, you can actually check my previous videos. So for this time, I'll be showing you how to cover this up. But I've also done this too in other videos. Like I said in my previous video, always consider this north, south, east and west way of wrapping things or blocking. It helps, it works, it actually helps you to achieve a neater result. So this is fully wrapped, and also I'll have to be adding the net material I also used for the brim, so it can actually rhyme well with the brim. So that's what I did here, and it came out nice. I'm actually done with the crown. Now I'll be placing the crown on the brim and attach the two together. Also, I'll be using my needle and thread, invisible thread, to do that. And also, if you'd want, at this point, if you want to place your own at the full center of the brim, all well and good. It's your way of style. It's a sense of style. For me, I actually decided to do it in the at the front side, so it doesn't the brim does not really cover my whole face. So that was actually put into consideration before thinking of putting it at this particular position. So while you're doing this, please be also careful not to tweet your crown, otherwise so it looks better. So now I've fully stitched it, and another thing is, you either I've made a video on this on a crown like this but a smaller size. Is either you hold the brim down or you hold the crown down to the brim with the use of bias and gum or adhesive, and then use your peg to hold it down, or you simply stitch your crown to this brim, or you just simply cut this off after stitching. Then you use a picture shem ribbon to cover up, which I actually did in this video. So for the sake of people that have not actually seen my last video, I decided to show a full clips of this particular section of this hat making. So you are put into consideration though. So as you can see, it's fully covered now, and the essence of this is, please remove the excesses. I didn't show that part, but it's necessary to remove the excesses. I've always been saying, anytime you want to decorate, it's a thing of your choice, it's a thing of your mindset. However you feel you can decorate your heart comes from within, or your level of creativity. So for me, this is what I saw I could do for this heart. And I had series of options, but I resorted back to the one I had the intention of doing earlier on, and that is what I did, and the heart came out very nice. So like I said before, please do like our channel. First and foremost, please just subscribe if you haven't, and like and share our channel. It's very informative, it's good, and it's educating. So I would like you to please subscribe to our channel and you get to see more videos that can help you in your hat making passion. Okay, please make sure you watch to the end of this video. It is necessary. And also, thank you for being with us so far. I know it's a bit long, but because the heart is big, so the video should also be big. So like and share, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in our next video.